Hello and welcome to the demonstration of ACUMEN's Digital Twin for the AI-aided decision tool for seamless multimodal network and traffic management. To connect to the Digital Twin, you must use your username and password. If you do not yet have an account, you can easily create one by selecting the option Not Registered Yet. This will allow you to create a new username and password. You will also need to associate yourself with one or more ACUMEN pilots, to choose from Luxembourg, Amsterdam, Athens, and Helsinki. When the information has been entered, click on Register and your account will automatically be created. Once entered, you will access the Digital Twin and will automatically be directed to the page displaying all the scenarios you have created. The first tab on the left side of the screen concerns the user profile. When accessing your profile, you can view 4 elements. The first concerns your role or roles within the Digital Twin. These roles may include data scientist, administrator, data provider, etc. Secondly, you can view the pilots with which you are associated. Within ACUMEN, these pilots may include Luxembourg, Athens, Amsterdam, or Helsinki. You also have the option to select a preferred pilot, which will be highlighted in orange. Choosing a preferred pilot allows quicker access to certain maps, as you will see later in the presentation. Finally, in this User Profile tab, you can also view the datasets you have generated or uploaded, as well as the scenarios you have created. The Digital Twin also includes a tab for managing the services it provides. Some of these services are core services, such as the API Gateway, the Portal User Interface, or the Data Manager. Others are business services that are not essential to the functioning of the Digital Twin itself, such as auto-calibration, simulation, or data fusion modules. Existing services can be edited, enabled, or disabled. It is also very easy to add a new service to the existing services. To do so, click on New at the top right to create it. First, choose whether this service includes a graphical user interface or not. If it does, the window turns green. Otherwise, it remains blue. Then enter the ID, a pretty name, for example, Chatbot TU Delft, a service name, and an endpoint name. Next, provide the public endpoint as well as the private endpoint. Also complete the backend URI and choose the authorized HTTP methods such as GET, POST, PUT, etc. Finally, enter a short description of the service. As in our case, this service is the Chatbot User Interface delivered by TU Delft. Once everything has been properly completed, the service can be created by pressing the Create button. The service is now available in the inventory. It can then be made available to certain roles. This is done simply by selecting the Role tab and choosing the role to which you wish to assign the service, such as, in our case, the admin role. The displayed table shows the available services as well as the functionalities available for the selected role. It is now possible to search for the chatbot service and activate the desired functionalities, such as the use of the user interface. Another core service essential to the Digital Twin is the Data Manager. The proposed interface offers smooth and intuitive navigation. To access a dataset, click on it. The following information about the dataset is then displayed: an abstract, instructions, and the list of data files that compose it, as well as their size and format. This dataset can be downloaded and viewed using the magnifying glass icon located to the right of the file. For example, here is the content of a transit JSON file. Each dataset also includes one or more categories, such as transportation or traffic, one or more tags such as simulation or the name of a simulator, and a license type. All this information can be edited by clicking on the Edit button. From the root page of the Data Manager, it is possible to perform a number of filters, for example based on tags such as Mastim, Aimson, or Sumo, or based on categories such as traffic or transportation. A dataset can also be directly deleted from the Data Manager's home screen. To create a new dataset, click on New and successively enter the name, a description, one or more categories and tags, a license type, and the data type, for example, model or map. Then enter a description, acknowledgements, and instructions, and choose the upload type among the following 3 options: individual file, zipped folder, or external link. Select the file to upload, and that's it. The file is uploaded and becomes available among the other datasets. By clicking on the gear icon, it is possible to manage the pre-filled categories such as licenses, categories, tags, file formats, dataset files, and external source types. Let us now move on to scenario management. A scenario corresponds to the result of a simulation carried out in a specific context, such as the simulation of a bridge closure in Amsterdam using Sumo or ACUMEN. All scenarios are grouped together on a single screen, and clicking on Detailed allows access to the description of a specific scenario. For example, in these scenarios generated with ACUMEN Next, we can see that a scenario is composed of sub-scenarios and described by a set of parameters used by the simulator. It is possible to create a new sub-scenario, give it a name and a description, and specify, for example, that it is a simulation. You must then select the simulator that will be used, for example, ACUMEN Next, followed by the dataset, the network file, and the configuration file. The created sub-scenario is then executed. In some cases, this may take a little time. To visualize the result of a simulation, as well as many other types of information, you need to go to the Map tab. You will automatically be directed to the preferred pilot you selected in your profile, such as Luxembourg in our case. Among the available information, if you click on the letter P located on the map, for example, you will gain access to parking occupancy forecasts for the selected parking facility, such as the Bouillon parking in our example. Similarly, if you click on a charging station, you can view the charging station forecast for a specific site, such as here the parking lot of the Town Hall of Frissange. Other information, for example in Athens, concerns traffic conditions in certain areas of the city. This information, collected by loop detectors, relates to speed in kilometers per hour over the last 20 minutes, as well as vehicle flow per hour. A layer tab is associated with the 2D map. This layer allows certain types of information to be displayed in real time, such as incidents or operations, but also other data related to geographic zones, loop detectors, or scenarios. For example, as shown here, the zones of Luxembourg. By selecting a specific zone, the digital twin also provides a number of insights into the mobility habits of the inhabitants of that area, such as departure and arrival times at work or the mode of transport used, as well as other information like population, occupation, or age. Another option is the visualization of public vehicle movements. For example, by displaying every second the buses, trains, and trams circulating, this time in Helsinki, where the data was available. By selecting a specific public transport station, it is possible to know, among other things, the estimated number of active passengers over a given period. A final very interesting element to view is, of course, the results of simulations that were carried out earlier. For example, in Athens, it is possible to select a scenario among existing scenarios, choose a more specific sub-scenario to visualize, such as the Athens simulation with M&Ms, and then display the results. For greater convenience, it is possible to define the speed at which simulated trajectories are displayed, or even jump directly to a specific point in time. A legend helps understand the color coding used, for example, green for buses, blue for cars, burgundy for metro, and red for trams. The visualization module also allows comparison of multiple scenarios at the same time. For example, traffic without a balancing strategy versus with a balancing strategy. Two maps then appear side by side, allowing the differences between the two sub-scenarios to be visualized on the same time scale. Each scenario can be enriched with a set of indicators. Let's take the previous comparison again and select the KPI dashboard tab at the top left. We can see the values of these KPIs and how they evolve over time, fully synchronized with the movement of vehicles on the map. Among these KPIs, there are, for example, traffic state, transfer time, and a network resilience index. We have just presented the Integrator Digital Twin. This digital twin is modular and can be easily extended with additional modules and tools. Please get in touch if you would like more information or further explanations. Thank you.